I loved The Herbs, made for TV, made for the BBC by Filmfare, written by Michael Bond, the man who created Paddington Bear, and it was part of the Watch with Mother thing that went on from 1968 onwards into the early 70s, about 15 minutes long, and eventually there was a spin-off called The Adventures of Parsley. What does this have to do with the Ukraine-Russian conflict? I hear you ask. Well, it's very simple. It's very simple. Let me explain. There are a variety of fairly abusive terms that the Russians, Putin's Russians, particularly the Wagner brigade, use to describe Ukrainians. And one of them is ukrops. And ukrop is the Russian word for dill. And if you remember, there's a dog in the program called Dill, and in this film here, the soldier says, "Dills like bitches are running out of the building," and he finds this very funny. The building has just been shelled. And you also see here hedgehogs. Hedgehogs are anti-tank devices. If you go to Moscow, of course, there's huge versions of these in the road leading into Moscow, so a sort of permanent reminder of the tank traps that stopped the German tanks from invading Moscow in the Second World War. The character Dill in the Parsley stories interacted with, particularly Parsley the lion. He was very hyperactive, always getting into scrapes, whereas Parsley was very laconic. Dill constantly chasing his tail, panting, very chatty with Constable Knapweed and Sage the Alps. Do you remember Sir Basil? Do you remember Sir Basil and Lady Rosemary? Oh, this is so much better than than looking at footage of Russians and Wagner brigade. Let's stop.